Hello, 30 Rockers, and welcome back to 30 Rock. Today is day 171, and today it was felt like a day of anticipation. I had quite a few meetings today. I made it to the barber today, and the whole time I was just waiting to get home to make some juice with my new juicer. And it was I'm kind of going through what I'm going to try in my head all day long, and I've juiced for 20 years maybe, not quite 20, maybe 18 years, maybe 20. And for a long time it was a big passion of mine, and then I got away from it for 15 years, and then have recently gotten back into it. And it is just one of those things that wouldn't, working with this new juicer, where I can just juice things so much easier, faster, more efficiently, do sprouts, do greens, and the yield content is just kind of blows my mind. I mean, I look at the pulp and I look at the juice, and one of these days I should just show you ahead of time what it is I'm going to juice, and then show you at the end how much juice I get and how much pulp is there, because it's just tremendous. And as a juice drinker, what that means to me is I'm getting more of the stuff that I want to get into my body with less product going into it, so it's a win-win all the way around. And so today I made a juice with some tomatoes and 3 different kinds of sprouts: a broccoli sprout, an alfalfa sprout, and a radish sprout. And I added some onion and some carrot and some celery and some garlic, believe it or not. Ran that through the juicer, and I think that's about it. And then I added a little bit of salt and some Tabasco to it for a little extra heat. I was thinking about running a pepper through it, but really this juicer, because of how much juice it gets out, I didn't want to make it too hot for me, and so I'm going to experiment with just peppers on their own a little bit and see how much heat is good enough for me, because in a spicy tomato it could have been tomato juice like this, I do like some heat. I just don't want to burn my tongue off. So it's funny how you kind of feel like a kid at Christmas, where you got this new toy, and you're doing everything all day just so you can get home and play with it. Because after all my meetings, after everything was done, I came home and really I just kind of wanted to chill out for a little bit, but I had a bag of produce, and I just walked right over to the juicer like, okay, I'm ready to go. And again, it was a fantastic juice and just really a good day. There was a comment made about some of the video that you saw from day 170, where we're out in June and you see people with jackets on because we had such a cold and rainy weekend. And it got me to thinking about how that is kind of, it didn't occur to me as odd because I was there when it happened, and so it was like, yeah, it was a cold and rainy day and everybody had jackets on because it was 50 degrees. And now it's 90 degrees a week and a half later. So, but it reminded me of an old saying, and that is, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. I think that sometimes we get complacent with our surroundings, and we're not looking for that something new. I've seen a documentary recently on people that just eat fast food, and they don't even realize that there's anything else out there. I mean, they do, in a very logical sense, but that's what they do, that's what their friends do, that's just kind of what everybody does. And so when you start talking about either just being a vegetarian or being a vegan, even more radical, or a raw vegan, holy cow, what planet are you from? And yet, as I'm out and talking to people at farmers markets specifically, because I've talked to so many people there lately, and just to get to hear their stories and how they started to change and what is it they're doing, and every story seems to start about the same way, is that one day they made a choice to start making changes. Some people made all the changes at once. Some people made changes much more gradually. Some people just said, I'm just going to limit myself from these, 5 or 6 things that I don't think are good for me anymore. Whatever the case is, people came to a realization. People saw their lives change, they saw their health get better, and that's of course here on day 171 where I'm at as well. But it's just interesting that that's who I'm spending my time with more and more, are people that are on the same roads and the same journeys, and it really does help to to make your journey go better and to help you accomplish what it is you want to accomplish. Now, I'm not saying that you should, swear off all your meat-eating, fast food-loving friends, because that's not what this is about either. This is about encouraging one another, and gradually maybe they'll see a difference and a change in us, and they'll say, hey, I'm going to start to do some of that. And I've shared with you some friends of mine that have started to incorporate more, at least fruits and vegetables, if not full-on raw living foods into their diet based on what they've seen. And so I think that sometimes that surrounding, what it is that we're surrounded with, right now I've got this juicer, so I'm excited. People don't know why I'm so excited to go home and juice. But I know the benefits, and I know that I'm able to juice things that before would have been, you can do, but it's just a lot harder, a lot more cleanup, and it's one of those things that doesn't become or stay something that I could maintain anyway for a very long period of time. So that's how day 171 went, and I will be back here tomorrow again, so getting back on the regular track. So until tomorrow, keep making great choices out there, and rock on.